Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here and welcome back to another video for Bleeding Edge. If you caught the Zero Cool character guide we uploaded the other day, then there's a good chance you're checking back each day to see what's next. But in the event that you didn't, then I'm super excited to be teaming up with the awesome people at Ninja Theory to bring you a series of Bleeding Edge guides on the run up to the playable beta on February 14th. Massive shout out to Ninja Theory for very kindly sponsoring this series and giving me access to the game so I can record all of this for you guys. So if you're excited for Bleeding Edge, or you just want to learn more, then be sure to check back daily for a look at another one of this game's colourful cast of augmented anti-heroes. Today we're turning our attention to Nidhoggr, another one of Bleeding Edge's DPS heroes, and one that excels at taking out tanky, higher health opponents. In fact, I'd go as far as to refer to Nid as the tank killer. Not only is he a heavy metal wild stallion capable of electrifying his foes with a sweet guitar solo, but he also has a slew of fire-based attacks that, rather uniquely, do damage as a percentage of the target's max health. And since the damage is percentage-based, not flat, it's for that reason he excels at going toe-to-toe with the enemy tanks. Additionally, thanks to his passive ability, he also has some healing, so he really is an exceptional choice for the aggressive players who just want to dive headlong into battle and wreak havoc. Starting off with your basic abilities, first up you have your bread and butter axe combo. With this, you'll hack and slash your way through your opponents with your guitar. Pressing X 4 times will complete the combo, and this, when paired with your specials, will be your primary method for chipping away at the opponent's health. However, in addition to the standard hack and slash combo, you can also hold down X for your shredder move. This will charge and release static energy that not only zaps a nearby enemy, but if they're grouped up, it can bounce between multiple enemies. Furthermore, this zap can also set your opponent on fire, which is a pretty important thing to note given your passive. You can also work this shredder into your combos, so mix and match to see what works for you. Your passive is feedback, and this is part of the reason that Nidhoggr can afford to play so aggressively. If you use your axe attacks against burning enemies, it will grant those attacks lifesteal, meaning you can heal whilst attacking. So it should go without saying that you ideally want to try and maintain the burn uptime when fighting your opponents to maximise your healing. And with that in mind, let's now talk about your specials. There are 3 core moves here to choose from. The first of which is Power Slide. With this, you'll slide in the direction that you're facing, and in doing so, you'll leave a trail of fire in your wake. This too can set enemies on fire, which means it'll become one of your primary moves for initiating fights. Slide in and begin the combo. Keep in mind, multiple instances of burn do not stack, so going from a shredder into a power slide won't double up the flame, so spread these out to maximise your burn uptime. Alternatively, you have Fire Breath, another great option for applying burn. With this, you breathe a cone of fire in the direction that you're facing or targeting, and this not only causes heavy damage, but it also, surprise surprise, applies the burn effect. Now, in certain situations, you can combine this with Power Slide. If you're targeting an enemy, you can slide through them and then spin around to use Fire Breath. The attack itself does deal good damage, but as mentioned, if you want to maximise your burn uptime, you may want to consider spreading it out mid-combo. Either way, however you decide to use it, those 2 moves paired with your axe combo are key to effective play as this hero. Then finally you have the Boomitar. With this, you throw your guitar out to slow enemies. However, since it acts like a boomerang, it also returns, and if it hits the enemy on the way back, they get stunned. So if you are chasing a fleeing enemy, throwing this out to slow them will allow you to close the gap, but assuming they don't dodge, then the return stun can also allow you to finish the job. Consider using this against walls too, since if the Boomitar collides with a wall or say like an inclined surface, it'll automatically return, so you can actually use this to your advantage so that you can get stunned pretty quickly. Now let's talk about your super abilities. There are 2 you have to choose from, and for Nidhoggr, they're both pretty pivotal in big team fights. First up you have Ride the Lightning. With this, you pull off that sweet guitar solo I spoke about earlier, and in the process you stun all enemies in a radius around you. Dropping this on a point in an objective game mode or simply sliding into a big group of enemies and pulling this off will allow your team to dive in and take advantage of that stun window. Alternatively, you have Death Growl. With this, you instead silence all nearby enemies with a deafening roar. Silence in Bleeding Edge essentially prevents players from being able to use their special abilities, so again, if you drop this in the middle of a big team fight, suddenly the opponents are at a huge disadvantage, so time this well and you can make a huge play for your team. But that, my friends, is pretty much it for Nidhoggr. If DPS is your playstyle and you like being aggressive and diving headlong into battle, then Nid might just be the one for you. With great damage potential and some inbuilt survivability, he really can be a pretty pivotal player in your team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to keep it locked if you're excited for Bleeding Edge, as we'll be checking out all the other characters over the coming week so that when the beta drops, you're ready to dive in and have some fun. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.